Oh my freaking god!
Cheers! Cheers! Right! Cheers to that
What's up, motherfuckers? It's the motherfucking Rage Quitters doing
Quitters.
a Rage Cast. I'm Ms. Ike, or Mike.
And this is Andrew.
Yeah? Yeah. So, we're just going to do a Rage Cast because there's a lot of stupid shit going on in the world. Like, you know, kids are getting shot up, which sucks. Nobody wants that.
Not even a little.
But, you know, they were just eating Tide Pods a few weeks ago, and now all of a sudden they're fucking gun specialists.
Fucking experts on gun
Yeah.
control.
They fucking know exactly what's going on with guns now.
Yeah, we're going to touch a couple of these topics that have been going on, both political, and then we're going to talk about some other stuff that's a little more lighthearted. So to start it out, we're just going to knock it off with gun control. I mean, it's pretty obvious the left wants a full-out gun ban, or, you know, what Australia had, which was a buyout situation. Didn't work so well in Australia. Won't work so well in America, seeing as how we have a much larger population and a much larger circulation of guns, even if they did take guns away from laws.
And a little thing called the Constitution. I
Yeah.
don't know if you guys heard of that.
The Second Amendment. It's specifically, you know, despite even the self-preservation, self-protection part of the Second Amendment, the main issue, even though, you know, a lot of leftists... Here's the thing with being protected against a tyrannical government. We're talking about a government that can't even stop a school shooting when they have almost like, at least I'd say 50 or 60 fucking red flags. At least.
The FBI didn't show up, and then the sheriff down there, who is a large speaker on gun control.
Fucking
and this and
Israel.
That, fucking told his deputies to stay outside, even though the shooter was inside killing
Because they
kids.
didn't have a body cam on. That's bullshit. That's just horseshit, dude. And then the cops tried to say that the police that were on duty there tried to say that they didn't go in because they thought the shots were from outside of the school.
Yeah.
Dude,
You can't tell me you didn't hear kids screaming on the inside.
You sucked at your job, and you should be fired or you should resign. And,
One has.
Yeah. So, regardless, gun control, it's as simple as this. You could pass, let's say, a full-out firearms ban. Good luck getting the guns from America, because that's a violation of the Second Amendment. A lot of people like to say, well, those laws were written so long ago. You know, well, if the Second Amendment is a thing, then you should just own a musket.
They were put in so that we would not be controlled by the government. You know, you realize that more massacres have happened by tyrannical governments than by any fucking school shooters, anything. Actually, there's a ban in fucking, is it Norway? A gun ban in Norway, and that is the largest non-governmental mass shooting out there right now.
That's essentially like saying the First Amendment, which is free speech, only addressed literal physical speech. Not Twitter, not Facebook, not online, not over the phone, not over any sort of communication that we have nowadays. Is that malleable? Is that something that we should change? I don't think so. So
I think it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
These kids were mowing on some Tide Pods, and now all of a sudden they're experts.
Oh, and that's another point to hit. That's a whole nother point to hit, is all these social justice warrior high schoolers that are now coming out to be, they're so anti-gun, and they're just full of shit. No offense, like the only thing that suffering makes you an expert on is suffering. It does not make you a gun control expert. It does not make you a gun expert. It does not make you anything other than an expert in suffering. Which, once again, I feel for you. I understand that.
Yeah.
Like, it's sad. I'm not by any means belittling the situation that you went through, but that doesn't mean that you have the authority. You definitely have the right to your opinion, but that doesn't mean that you have the authority to be an expert on these legislations. So, yeah, you 1 week you're eating Tide Pods, next week you're fucking making gun legislation.
Specialist.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So, I mean, both me and Mike are pretty pro Second Amendment. If anybody comes in our house, we're gonna fucking blast them away. Period. I mean, it's just one of those things, and you could argue the fact that, oh well, you know, what do you need an AR-15 for? My stance on that is I don't personally own an AR-15, But let's say, for instance, somebody comes into my house with a shotgun, or let's say a pistol. I don't want to be evenly matched with them. I don't want to be undergunned either. I want to have the advantage. That's the point of an AR-15. I want to have the advantage. That's like when somebody robs you, like just at fucking knife point, and you have a gun on you. They're just like, wait.
Well,
you can't have a gun. Let's even this out. You gotta drop the gun, grab your knife.
Here's my thing with AR-15s. They're hunting weapons mainly. A lot of people are like, what do you need to hunt with AR-15s? Well, there's a lot of ranchers who have AR-15s. And here's the thing. If you're down in Texas or Southern California and you're a rancher and you have these people coming over illegally, you have large amounts of people coming over. You know they're armed, because why wouldn't they be? You don't have the you're going to have to protect your family somehow. Why can't you have an AR-15? You don't know what the hell they're carrying. So how you have to be on an even playing field. Yeah. You're out in the middle of nowhere. The government cannot protect us as much as they want to say they can.
Our government is completely.
There's a 5-minute window before the police can get to normal scenes.
There were police outside that school for how long?
Well,
for 6 minutes.
But I mean, that's the thing with the first responders too. First responders are you and I. Yeah. We're the ones that are going to be there first. The fucking police are 5 minutes away at least. Yeah. We are the first responders, not the police. Police can come clean up the fucking mess of the guy who broke in my fucking house and thought he was going to get some shit.
And that's not to belittle the police. They can only do so much.
I'm a supporter of the police, but what I'm saying is first responders are actually the people who are there. So if they were armed, okay, let's say that there weren't police officers there. Let's say the first responders are the students and the faculty. As terrible as it is, they are the first responders. They are the ones who can get a handle on the situation faster than the police can get there.
Yeah.
So the police are actually the second responders.
Yeah.
Because they can't get there fast enough. Because a shooting in a school is 2 to 4 minutes max. Police don't get there for 5 minutes. I mean, what are you gonna do? You're not if you're not gonna take a proactive stance, then you're just going to get shot. And that sounds terrible, and I'm sorry for all those people. Don't think that I'm like trying to... No, that's terrible. It should have never happened. I agree with that. But the gun control stuff, the only thing that I've really heard that's probably going to pass is 21 to buy an AR because it's 21 for a handgun. And they're going to ban bump stocks. That's fine. What the hell do you need a bump stock for? Even if you have an AR, what the hell do you need a bump stock for? Why do you need to go fully auto on an AR?
On top of that, it's not even a reasonable fully automatic. It's way more uncontrollable than an actual fully automatic. And can I please, for you fucking retards out there, no offense, but take offense, please, because that's what we like. AR-15 does not stand for Assault Rifle 15. It stands for Armalite Rifle. An assault rifle is a type of rifle that is what a lot of left people like to say is an assault-style rifle. An assault-style rifle, you could say that it looks scary or maybe has a pistol grip or whatever, okay? It's an AR.
A rifle is a rifle.
A rifle is a rifle.
They all take the same fucking magazine. They take the same ammo.
For instance, what is it? A Ruger Mini?
Yeah.
A Ruger Mini is the same. It literally shoots .223. And it is semi-automatic, just like most civilian rifles. I could go on for this, but we need to move on to the next. We've already wasted about 10 minutes on this, so we're gonna address Trump. I want to preface this entire segment as we didn't vote for Trump. I'm not a big Trump fan. He does good things. He does bad things, just like any president. But he's, in my opinion, dropping the ball a little bit with this whole gun control thing. He's not being very conservative with it, and that's the base of his crowd. That's the people who voted for him. And in my opinion, he needs to get back to his base. He needs to protect those Second Amendment rights. He had a big conference with the NRA the other day, and it seemed to be beneficial to everybody involved. But he did a lot of talking on the other side that...
Here's the thing with Trump, though. He'll come out, he'll say some shit, and then 3 days later, he'll be like, "Oh, I didn't mean that."
Yeah.
And the thing is, my thing with Trump is, whether you like him or you hate him, he's our president. So, I never, ever, and I've been through at least, well, let's see, since Clinton that I can remember. So that's what? Clinton, George W., Obama,
And
Trump. So that's 4 presidents. I've never seen to where it is so cool to hate a person for what they're doing.
Yeah.
He's doing the best he can do with what he's got. He's never been a politician. That's probably why he got voted in, because a lot of people are sick of the shit that politicians pull.
Yeah.
I mean, why? Why are we so hateful towards a man who's doing... He's done more with gun control than Obama ever did. Obama had a shit ton of he didn't have the most mass or school shootings. He had a lot of gun related issues, but he never had a sit down session with anybody.
Yeah.
He never sat down and listened to what people had to say. Never really was like, hey, you know what? Let's go ahead and bump it up, even though most school shooters are over the age of 21.
Obama used every instance of a school shooting for gun control. That's all it was about. It was a political movement for him. And Trump's definitely, once again, not the greatest president in the world.
Hey, I just want to say I bring home more money because of him, and I'm getting a bonus.
Yeah.
So hey, thanks there. But,
yeah, I mean, the thing here is that it's one of those things where Democrats like to complain that Trump's president. Oh, he's not my president. This, that, and the other. You just want to attack him on a regular basis. Here's a crazy idea. Push the legislation that you like. Push the laws that you like. Support the people that you like. And Trump's pretty malleable. I mean, you've seen it on multiple occasions. If you watch any of the stuff that he does, he's literally always willing to listen to somebody who has an opposing opinion to him. And he's always willing, just like the DACA agreement. He made a more... he was way more lenient as far as DACA goes.
It was just the Democrats were.
He wanted a couple $1 billion for his wall, as opposed to multiple millions of people coming over through chain migration and people who are already here. I mean, he's a reasonable human being. He's not completely. I don't understand why the Democrats hate him so much, and then by hating him, they just, oh, he's not my president. I don't want to listen. He's a racist. He's a bigot. Whereas none of us did that with Obama. None of the Republicans or the conservative side of anything did anything like that with Obama. It was one of those things where I'm not a big fan of him, but I'd like for him to do good because this is the country that I live in.
Yeah.
I don't want him to do bad. I don't want him to fail. Does he do stupid stuff that I don't agree with? Yeah. But he also does some stuff that I do like and that I do agree with. And it's one of those things where I think we need to sit down and we need to realize that
he's not going to get impeached. Stop wasting our fucking time, your time, our fucking taxpayer money trying to get him fucking impeached. It's not going to happen. Let the fucking guy run his course in his 4 years. If you don't like him, hey, millennials, the ones who are fucking out there fucking dancing with pussies on your head and fucking out there fucking rioting for no goddamn reason. Because trust me, I watched the interviews. You guys had no fucking reason. Go out and fucking vote. Yeah. You can't go out and do this shit if you didn't vote. Because you didn't use your fucking right to vote doesn't give you the fucking... When you don't get the goddamn shit that you want, doesn't mean that you can just go out and fucking dance in the streets and just be a fucking bitch about it. Go out and vote next time.
Yeah.
If you don't like him, go vote for fucking Oprah or whoever the fuck's running.
Oh my god. That's a whole nother topic, but we're gonna switch over to a little bit of bad about Trump. These fucking tariff laws that he's trying to pass.
Oh, let me tell you, I am scared about this. Hoover, everybody knows Hoover. He built things. He was very rich. Hoover Dam. He was a businessman, just like Trump. Back in, 1928?
No, between 1928 and 1950.
He passed tariffs that were similar to what Trump wants to do. And it caused trade wars. And it took us 15 years to regain any traction. Basically, the Great Depression was blamed on these tariffs. Socialist, progressive type things had to happen in order for for us to recover. Hitler came from that. That's what pushed him over the edge. I mean, there's a lot of shit that happened. So I don't think we'll ever have but we had a fucking world war over this shit. That's basically where the head came to it. Yeah. And we were poor as shit. It's 15 years for the American economy to come back from that, and that scares the shit out of me. I hope he doesn't pass this, because if so, as a country, the United States is fucked, because it's basically going to do these trading wars where we're taxing these fucking countries 25% on steel, 10% on aluminum. They're going to do the same shit, if not more, to us. It's going to be one of these, we're better than you, our shit's better than you, the type of thing, to where Edgar's part of the thing, trading for agricultural trading, went down 2/3. Steel and all that went down 2/3. It's not good. We're talking about things that even Canada's pissed right now because of this. They're like, well, if he's gonna do it, we're gonna do it. Canada never gets pissed. Let's be honest. They're fucking good old boys up there. They don't care.
The good old boys.
But I'm just saying, it's not good. It's not good. And if you're a Trump supporter, you should be scared about this. I mean, he's done some good things.
Say your piece. Don't sit there when a president does something that you don't like. Say something about it.
You have to call him out. You can support him all you want. That's fine. I support him because I'm not going to be that fucking dickhead. He's not my president. He got elected. He's here.
He is the president.
Let's back him up what we can. But, man, if he does something good, you tell him, hey, man, you give him a pat on the back. But if he's doing something bad, you call him out. Because even the people he has surrounding him are telling him not to do this. Economists, there's a ton of economists just saying it's going to wreck us. The stock market's already suffering from it because they're expecting these trade wars.
Yeah.
So these tariffs are not a good deal, and anybody who thinks it, I would be happy to fucking tweet me, message me, fucking email me. I don't care. Let me know what you're seeing that I'm not. But right now, it does not look good.
Yeah, the tariffs aren't a great news. But we're gonna move on to the next topic. We're gonna talk about the left. The left side, the Democrats, the left in general.
The snowflakes.
The snowflakes.
That's the new term.
Dude, I could go on, and it's not that I can't see some of the opposing views. It's just.
Well, you gotta. Okay, so there's the left that you can sit down and have a normal conversation with.
Just like there's a right that you can sit down and
and then there's the left that is totally political and just want to push the agenda.
Or that all they think with is their feelings. They don't see logic. They don't see reason. They don't see an opposing side. And they don't accept that opposing side, even if there was an opposing side. They don't accept that as truth, and then they fucking virtue signal to other people, and it's just...
I have a guy who is so far left, literally said, Trump is not my president, all that bullshit. Has an answer to the gun control, has an answer to this and that. You realize that more people are killed by Planned Parenthood a year, and I don't care what your stance is.
Cars kill more people than guns.
Yeah, cars kill more people. Planned Parenthood kill more people than guns. In fact, I set my shotgun on the table the other day and told it to kill my wife. Didn't do anything.
And I mean, if we're really counting numbers, the FBI reports in a study that anywhere from 500,000 to 1 million, to 3 million crimes in general are stopped by law-abiding gun owners. Anywhere from even if we're using the minimum amount of numbers there, 500 million. Do you know how many people are killed with gun violence in a year? It's around 3,000 or 4,000. 500,000 people are stopped. Period. How many lives are saved there?
A lot. I don't mean to hit back into the control. We're hitting. But basically, the left is. Here's the funny thing about the left. They fucking hate Trump so bad, but and they blame him for all the shootings. I don't even know how the fuck it's his fault. He wasn't there pulling the trigger. He has done more as far as listening to the left, the right, the middle, the whoever than anybody I've ever seen. But yet they fucking hate him and call him Hitler. But yet they want him to take away all the guns. What the fuck?
That's literally what Hitler did.
Yeah,
that's the first.
That's
step.
what I'm saying. Oh, he's Hitler. He's Hitler. Hey, take away all the guns.
Disarm the nation.
You stupid fucks. What is wrong with you? You literally are calling the guy Hitler, whether you're behind him or not. Okay, so he's Hitler.
Happen.
So what? So now you want him to take the guns. What the fuck did Hitler do when he took the goddamn guns? You fucking idiots.
Yeah. So, anyways, we'll leave the political stuff at that. We're gonna move on to a topic that maybe Mike doesn't know a whole lot about, but I sure as hell do, and that's graphics card prices or GPU prices. They are at fucking crackhead levels. It's ridiculous. So I was planning a computer build a while back. The GPU that I had picked out was an NVIDIA GTX 1080. That graphics card went from $500, which is still pretty steep. That went from $500 to almost $1,100 over fucking night. And the reason being is cryptocurrency mining. I mean, I could talk about a million years about this shit. It's just ridiculous. So I will, as a general rule of thumb, if you are planning on building a computer from the ground up, do not do that. Buy a pre-built. That's what I did. It's a smarter decision. I spent about $1,300 on mine, which is like $200 more than that fucking GPU cost. And it's a pretty solid computer. Did a little upgrade here and there. It's a good deal. So
yeah, I can't even.
Yeah, I said, Mike isn't a big deal on this thing. But the next thing that we're going to talk about, Mike is a huge fan of, and that is
Sunday liquor sales in Indiana finally passed.
Andy motherfucking Anna.
Are you fucking kidding me? Kentucky,
since
Illinois,
the 1930s, Mike.
Ohio have all sold. Oh, and Michigan have all fucking sold liquor on Sunday.
1930s.
The goddamn prohibition law has finally been lifted by the Satanist, as I call him. I'm sorry, the Mike Pence on crack, Eric Holcomb. Of all people.
That's almost 80 years since we were able to buy alcohol on a motherfucking Sunday. 80 years. 88 years, mind you. 88 years since we were to buy alcohol.
I'm going to go buy a case of beer just because I can.
I'm going to do it on Sunday, too. I'm going to buy a fucking little tiny bottle of Jameson. I don't care what it is. I'm going to buy booze on a goddamn motherfucking Sunday.
I mean, Jesus Christ. It only took 80-some years
88
for somebody to get their fucking head out of their ass. And let's not be silly here. You know, the liquor stores had to find a way to make money, too. It was all about money. That's really the only reason that it was fucking held off for so long. Liquor stores couldn't come off. Liquor store lobbyists, man, I'm telling you. Because it was all about the cold beer.
Dude. And that's the other biggest thing is that there's like a whole fucking political movement going on about selling cold beer. Not warm beer, but cold beer.
I don't even fucking
at gas stations.
I don't even buy that much fucking cold beer anyway. Let's be honest. When I go grocery shopping, if I want a fucking case of beer, I'm going to pick it up there. Yeah. I go to the liquor store, if I want a cold beer, I'll maybe pick up a 24 ouncer.
I'd go there about 20 or maybe 10 or 20% of the time I buy booze.
I mean, honestly, I buy most of my beer at the fucking grocery store anyway, let's be honest. But this is what was holding it up, is the goddamn lobbyists for the fucking liquor stores.
Yeah.
They had to find a way to fucking make money on it. And they finally did, so thank fucking God Indiana has joined 2018 on something.
God. I don't have to drive to Ohio to buy booze on a Sunday.
It's a 20-minute drive from where we live, let's be honest. But
even still,
that is fucking ridiculous. The fucking
maybe we'll drive through liquor stores now.
I doubt it. I mean, it's fucking Indiana. They're not progressive in anything, let's be honest. It takes them fucking... They had to be fucking coerced by the federal government.
We have some pretty solid gun laws, though, to be fair.
I mean, I'm pretty excited about 2019 when they're going to waive the 125 lifetime.
Well, I heard somebody that's trying to push to Trump about a universal carry permit, whereas if you if you purchase or register as a concealed carry or whatever carry permit in one state, it's recognized in everywhere, which would be awesome.
Should be anyway, because we are the United States of America.
Yeah. That's a whole nother topic, but we're gonna get a little less political again, and we're gonna just talk about some game news. Which, honestly, unfortunately, there's not a whole lot going on.
There's not. I'm ready for God of War.
God of War. When does that come out?
April 8th? 9th?
Yeah. So, a couple months from now. Far Cry comes out next month. Far Cry 5, which I'm a little excited about.
There's just nothing out there.
Yeah. There's really not a whole lot. There's
when
some
does Last of Us 2 come out?
no release date so far. I'm waiting on some Kingdom Hearts 3. E3 is in June or July, so we'll have more news by then.
I feel like E3 is literally just the same shit that they gave last year, but they have a release date, finally. Like, Last of Us 2 will probably get another saying.
It'll probably get another trailer. I don't think it'll be released anytime this year. I mean, I could be wrong, and I hope I'm wrong, but you never know.
And then your Kingdom Hearts has been worked on for like 20 years.
Yeah, dude, it's been worked on for like 7 or 8 years.
God of War was supposed to be released by now, and it's coming out in April. It finally had, or May. I think it's April. I'm almost positive it's April.
Yeah,
There's just nothing going on in the gaming world. Well, as far as like what I play. Madden 18 is pretty fun, if anybody plays that.
I think maybe we'll do a. We'll probably try to do maybe we could like do our first walkthrough or like playthrough of maybe Wolfenstein 2 or something.
Yeah, Wolfenstein was fun. That's the first game I ever actually played through and stuck with.
Maybe we'll try to do like a playthrough of that. Our first Rage Quitter playthrough. But anyways, we're at pushing 30 and we don't want to keep you guys too long. We'll probably throw some gameplay or something, but I'm thinking about getting a webcam here or like a video cam here soon so that you could see our wonderful, ugly faces.
I'm sure we offended people because we actually support the Second Amendment.
But
I support Trump as far as being our president.
Yeah.
I mean, goddamn, if he fails, we fail. So this, I mean, I guess if he succeeds in these tariffs, we fail anyway. But I mean, Jesus Christ, give the guy a break every once in a while.
Yeah, but honestly, if you guys ever want to hit us up, you can hit us up on Twitter. We'll leave the link in the description. You can hit us up on Facebook. You can also just, if you got questions or something, like both political or whatever. Like, we're not trying to get too political. We're not trying to turn this into
you know what?
political contest.
I listen to a podcast. It's a comedy podcast. I feel like we try to keep it light. We got a little heavy on this, but I really don't give a fuck. If we offended you, fucking move along. I don't care.
Or, I mean, like I said, you can open a dialogue, a reasonable dialogue with us, and we're reasonable to that. You can
start calling me names, I'm just gonna fucking go back at you calling you a dick twat and just move on with my life. I really don't give a fuck if you start off calling me names. Yeah. So if you want to open a dialogue, that's fine. I'll do that with you. But if you start off with you guys are dumb motherfuckers, just be prepared to be lit the fuck up.
Indeed. So you can email us at the ragequittersmgmt@gmail.com. You can hit us up there, or you can, like I said, follow us on Twitter. All that link will be in the description when we post this, and Facebook and all that other good shit. Otherwise, we will see you motherfuckers later at the next Ragecast and or video that we do.
So yeah, look out. I don't know if we're gonna do more rage. I feel like rage casting is a fun deal.
It is
because we can just sit here and bullshit.
It's bullshit for sure.
I've been wanting to start a podcast too, but I really want to just
and
keep up with this.
I think maybe this just the vocals here, and maybe it won't just be on YouTube. We'll start posting it to SoundCloud. If Google is free and we don't have to pay anything to them, maybe we'll start posting on Google. I know iTunes is a little bit more difficult to get into.
Spotify.
We'll try to push it onto as many avenues as we can as we start doing more. I just bought a new computer and we've taken, and I apologize, a huge hiatus. Not that we have a fucking huge fan base or anything.
Yeah, we have like 3 people.
Yeah, we have like 3 or 4 people, and like 2 of them are us. But anyways, we'll try to make it.
We're gonna try and get our name out there a little bit more here, and
whatever it is. So
yeah, just listen and share and be pissed off. And if you're pissed, like I said, you can come at us with a reasonable dialogue. You come at me sideways, you're gonna get sideways back and then probably blocked, because then we'll go back to our 3 fucking fans. I don't care.
So if you want to hit us up personally, my Twitter handle is, I don't even know what my Twitter handle is off the top of my head. It is at Andrew Gearhart 8, and Mike's Twitter handle, if he has one, is
mmitch. I believe mmitch4692 maybe.
You can also follow us on Instagram.
I don't know how to find it, honestly.
Mike is awesome Mike at Instagram.
It's at mmitchell265 on Twitter.
And me and Mike as the Rage Quitters, because that's the one that I use as my personal. We are the Rage Quitters official on Instagram. So we take some stupid pictures of us drinking booze. That's pretty much all we do. So anyhow, guys, it's been great. We've been going on, and I'll probably try to edit this down a little bit for some dumb ranty stuff. But we'll catch you later. And as Mike always says, bitches.
Oh, yeah. Got dick like Tony Montana. My bitch, you choke on a banana. Big sack, you be calling me Santa. Got AIDS from a bottle of Fanta. Finger my ass in the back of a Phantom. Shit is crazy, you be calling me random. Fuck this song, have to do with the panda. Took a shit downtown in Atlanta.
You got a Hummer from the tranny, didn't you?